Testing, testing. All right, we are starting the meetup in 1 minute, basically. So find your seats and stuff. All right, welcome to GameDev Meetup 135. Yeah, you had time to read this already, I think. Basically, you have found your seats, and then I will do a little presentation about creativity. Then there will be an announcements, a news, and I don't know if we will have the game tonight. If you don't know what the game is, it's a chance to win free beer. I don't know if it will happen today. I haven't asked. Maybe Nars knows. What else? At the end of the meetup, there will be free microphone. So if you want to tell about something, you have a chance to come up here and talk about it. And networking. So that's it. Let me open my presentation. All right. I think I'm not on the camera, so I need to fix that. All right. So, hi. My name is Sīmanis, and the topic of today is creativity. And more specifically, it's creativity in game development, creative expression in game development. The two main things I would like to talk about are the issues that you might encounter when you try to do something creative, and I will also offer like how I approach to solving them, these issues. But before we begin, I have to give like a really big disclaimer. We will talk about psychological stuff. We will talk about mental stuff. We will talk about brains, and I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not particularly smart. So, the solutions that I give might not work, they might actually be harmful for you. So, when I say something, you listen skeptically, and you take everything that I say with a grain of salt. If something that I say sounds like bullshit, feel free to speak out, and yeah, we can discuss it if I feel like it and if we have time. So yeah, that's the idea. Don't take what I say seriously, I don't know. Like, yeah. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Here is how I plan to structure the talk. First of all, introduction, I will properly introduce myself. What do I do? What is my experience? Then we will talk about definitions. What is creative expression and what is its goal? Then we will go to the list of like issues that you might encounter when doing something creative and my proposed solutions. And over the course of the presentation, I will try to move on from like monologue to dialogue. I will try to involve you, and we have only one microphone. So I hope people on the stream, if you're watching this later, you will be able to follow along. If there will be like any comments, any questions from the audience, I will try to repeat it in the microphone. So yeah, hopefully it's possible to follow along. Let's begin. So if you haven't met me, my name is Sīmanis. I am a game developer. For the past 7 years, I was employed in a mobile game company, Fufla. And since September, I am unemployed. Yeah. When I how it's called? When I asked to do this presentation, I didn't know that I would be unemployed. I had a suspicion because the company was not doing well, but I was living in denial. So, but I am unemployed now, and maybe it would have been an interesting idea for a presentation to like tell you about my 7 years of experience. What are the main takeaways? But that's for a different time. Today is about creativity. So from my years at Fufla, these are some highlights. When I joined there 7 years ago, I was writing a wiki for a game called Bacterial Takeover, where you have like to produce bacteria and take over planets. Idea is similar to Plague Inc. And over the course of time, I started doing other stuff. I was like writing content, like descriptions of planets. I was doing game design, customer support, and one of the last things that I did there was we made a system for spaceship parts. So you have your own spaceship, and you can like change different like engine, like wings, and it was very fun to like design the random name generator for those ship parts. Another project, the second one in the middle, is called Ant Major. I like to call this project my baby because I was really invested into this. There were a lot of game design ideas from me. It was like about building your ant nest and like leveling up your ants. And there was a period of time when I would like go on dates and tell girls like random facts about ants. I'm not going to comment on how successful I was with that tactic, but yeah, if you want to know any facts about ants, you can ask me. I'm your guy. They are fascinating creatures. And the final product that we were working on was Dreamhouse Builder. Basically, you control like a small forklift, and it brings bricks to a foundation of the house, and you build a house. In this project, I managed to do a lot of programming. That was a very nice experience. And I was like working on a metagame. So when you like have built the house, you can construct a village, and in a village you like can craft different blueprints with different kinds of effects. You can have like decorations for your houses. But anyways, that's all in the past. I don't work on that anymore. I'm looking for a job eventually, hopefully in game development. In my free time, I was also making games, PC games. None of them like anything successful, but they were all really fun projects. For some of them, I was doing the art, like on the bottom screenshots. For some of them, I was doing programming, like top two and the corner left. For some of them, I was doing everything besides audio, like bottom left game. Bottom left? Yeah, bottom left. Fun times. And besides that, sometimes I have tried to do writing comics. They all sucked. Hopefully next one won't suck if I ever get around to writing it. I have tried writing books, poetry. I like drawing, imaginary stuff, and yeah, live stuff. Last year I started to make a board game. You can try it out afterwards if you want. I still need to find a publisher. And if before you ask me, Brain Games was not interested. But that's enough about me. Yeah, now the questions will be for you a little bit. I'm kind of curious what kind of audience we have here. I know a lot of you personally, some of you I don't. So I'm curious how many 2D artists we have who are 2D artists as hobby or professionally. Do we have any? Yeah, you can raise a hand, don't be afraid. Even if you're like doing like as a hobby. We have only a half a hand. We have a half a person who does art. What about 3D art? 3D art, oh, we have one and a half. Programming, I would consider programming creative stuff, yeah. Actually, I will count myself as well. So maybe 5? How much was it? Like, well, yeah, most of the audience, yeah. Programming, music. Anyone does music? One person, very nice. What else? Writing. Does anybody write like poetry or books or stories or like Twitter posts? Yeah, we have one person. Well, there are a lot of, like, I won't mention pottery or stuff like that, but yeah, at least we get to know each other. This slide. What is creative expression? I like to think of creative expression as a form of communication. It is a transferal of information from one person to another, or in some cases, from one person to themselves, like communication with yourself. You can like draw a painting, never show it to anyone, so nobody else sees it. So that's how I'd like to define communication. Not communication, but creative expression. And just like communication, creative expression can have variety of purposes and goals. Like some examples for them would be, you can be like commissioned to do a painting, and you will get paid for that. You can like to try to like make some song to impress a potential partner, or for some reason or another, being creative makes you happy. So that can be like a goal to do art. And of course, there are a bunch of other reasons, such as educating. Others, for example, anatomical drawings, persuading, political cartoons, regulating the behavior of others, or regulating your own behavior, such as like art therapy or stuff like that. Yeah. For me personally, I am doing game development because I want to be happy in this life. I also want to be alive, but being alive costs money. So I'm not purely motivated by, I'm not doing it just to be happy. I also want to have some financial reward in this thing that I do. So if you are doing something creative just for the purpose of financial gain, there are basically two things that matter: how quickly you can do it and what's the final product like. But if you also want to be happy and you don't want to lose your mind, the process is also kind of important. And most of the issues that we will talk about, they appear during the creative process. I have written down a couple of issues that you might encounter, and if you won't be bored, we will go through them all. If you won't be bored. If you will be bored, then just boo or something. Yeah, but before I do that, before we go through them all, a couple of things. These are my cookie cutter responses for various issues. They apply to many cases. So first cookie cutter response is planning. Planning could eradicate and mitigate various mental burdens that you have and logistical problems such as lack of time or resources. So you plan when you will do things, what will you do, and what approach you will take, and you can plan many things. The second point is to be fair. Be fair to yourself, be fair to others, and try to look at things objectively. Do not expect that your game will sell as much as GTA 6 or God of War or whatever. So try to put on realistic goals and expectations. And yeah, even though it's like a very emotional thing to be creative, try to keep emotions out of it. It's contradictory. And of course, the third point, life kind of sucks sometimes, and you can have some kind of issue which can't really be solved. And in that case, it sucks to be you, and yeah, I don't know how to help you, and probably nobody else does. All right. Let's get started. I'll sit down, or maybe I'll stay up to keep my energy going. So here we have the list of the issues, and I have written down some stuff, not to forget. Can you read it? Oh, it's too small. It's too small. That's what she said. Can you read it? All right, very good. Let me try to make it bigger. And that's what she said. All right, so here's how it works. In the left side, we have a bunch of problems. Here I have some notes for myself, and further I have some proposed solutions. And just to make things more fun, I think we could approach it like this. I could explain a problem, give some kind of possible solution, and then we could vote if you have encountered this problem in the past 6 months. And at the end of the presentation, we will know, oh, which thing is the most popular, which is the most relevant problem for you. So let's start strong. Let's start with self-hatred and guilt-tripping yourself. So for me, it happens when I have done some kind of mistake in the past. It often happens, it is associated with other kind of problems, such as procrastination or addictions or distractions. So you have done some mistake in the past, and you're feeling guilty about it, and it impedes your work. It makes your work right now harder, even though the thing that happened is in the past, and you feel worthless and stuff like that. So for this, let me see what wisdom I wrote down. Yeah, basically, it's the point that I was saying about being fair. Try to look at the past objectively and use it as a like source of learning stuff. Yeah, not to be emotional, and if possible, try to address the issues that are causing the self-hatred if you can, like the procrastination and stuff like that. Very vague solution. I won't call it solution. If you have better ideas at any moment, you can like raise your hand or whatever. But for now, let's vote. So raise your hand if in the past 6 months you have experienced self-hatred. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and me 8. Nice. We're starting strong. I think there will be a lot of votes for the next one. Basically, procrastination, it is postponing things to later that you need to do now. And what I try to do in these cases, for these cases, I try to establish habits, because if you have a habit, it's like you take less mental effort to do something. And planning, if you have like allocated specific time when you will have to do something, it usually helps. Another thing that I have tried is putting external pressure on yourself to motivate yourself, like various kinds of deadlines and things like that. For me, streaming helps for some reason. I am less distracted when I'm streaming, but you can't really do everything while streaming, like if you're doing something confidential or NDA, yeah. Also, you can make a promise to somebody, but with that you have to be careful. If you break the promise, you like, not destroy, but make the relationship worse, and your reputation is damaged and stuff like that. So with that you should be careful. I expect everyone to raise their hands, okay? Who has procrastinated in the past 6 months? Are you human? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I can count. So yeah, we have 10 people in the audience and everyone raised their hands. I'll add myself because I am also human. So next thing, we have clashing visions. So if you are not working alone, and even if you are working alone and you have like multiple personalities, for example, you have a business partner, a colleague, and they have one idea how to like improve the product or the direction to go, and you have a different idea, and these ideas clash. So yeah, that's the situation, that's the problem. And for me, the approach that I would suggest is to be extremely critical of your own ideas and to give a chance for the other person's ideas. The reason for that being, at least in my experience, there have been a lot of times when we have had disagreements with my colleagues, but I have given in to their idea. And after it was implemented, I realized their point of view. I realized that I wasn't that smart after all, and they were right. There was a reason for choosing what they chose. And of course, there can be a situation when you are like really smart, you are like a top professional in your field, and you objectively know that the thing that you like suggest is better, a better solution. In that case, I would suggest that you try to prove that your idea is better using objective measurements. Try not to, you have to be very careful with ideas. Because if you criticize an idea, people often associate their ideas with themselves. So if you criticize somebody's idea, they think you are criticizing them, but you're actually criticizing their idea. So you have to be very soft with that and very careful with that. Well, anyways, what I was saying, let me think. Yeah, if you are 100% certain that your idea is better, try to use objective facts to prove it. You can try to involve a third party. If you are making a game, you can like try to look at some metrics. You can try to look at what other games are doing to convince the other person. But be careful when you criticize somebody's ideas. So let's raise our hands. If in the past 6 months you have been dealing with clashing visions in your creative projects, Very good. Oh, I actually didn't expect it to be so popular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 plus me, so it's 9. We're doing good. We're having a good score. We're having good score. So the next one is self-doubt/imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome has been very popular on the internet. I have heard a lot about it, but I never really understood what it is fully. Wikipedia says it's basically self-doubt, so I added them in the same place. It's similar to self-doubt. Also, hi. Don't take anything I say seriously because I'm dumb, okay? I said it in the beginning that I'm not a psychologist and we're talking about brain stuff, so yeah. Sorry? No, but you shouldn't take my advice seriously. That's what I mean. Okay. Yeah. That's what they say in the ads. Actually, I don't experience this very often, but sometimes I do. I don't remember what I wrote down. Yeah, when this happens, I like to look back at my old works, at my old accomplishments, because there is some distance of time. It sometimes helps. So you have created something that doesn't suck, maybe, and it kind of helps you feel better about yourself. A very dangerous advice is to seek a validation from others, but try not to depend on it. If you can get positive validation, it can help, but yeah, try not to depend on it. Who has experienced self-doubt or imposter syndrome in the past 6 months? We have 1 hand, we have 2 hands, we have 3 hands, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus me. I mean, you're doing good, man. You're doing very good. All right, everything seems to be against you. I sometimes have this. You're doing something, and you feel like, I just want to do art. I just want to make cool games, and like, I don't have money, I don't have time, nobody likes what I do, like nobody cares. My advice is just to step back. It's just your dramatic brain working. Usually not everything is against you. There may be many factors against you. So yeah, you have to break down the issues one by one. Very vague advice, I don't know if it works. No, actually it works for me. Yeah, it works for me. Maybe it will work for you. So yeah, try to step back and see that actually it's not so bad. It's basically like saying a depressed person, don't be depressed. But it works for me, yeah. All right. So raise your hands if you have experienced this feeling. Everything seems to be against you in the past 6 months. 1 person. 2. I love this. We have something to relate to each other, like 3 people, plus me, 4. But luckily, you're not so dramatic as me. You know, like, not everything is against you. Burnout. This is kind of weird. Because at least for me, I can never truly tell if I'm burnt out. It's like I'm always tired, almost, no matter if I exercise or drink vitamins. Yeah, and a cookie cutter response, get your work-life and balance in order. Also, try to plan around your creative stamina. If in the past you have been able to do a certain amount of work, don't try to plan that you'll be able to do double that. It probably won't work. So yeah, try to plan around how much you can take. That's about burnout. Raise your hands if you have experienced burnout in the past 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very nice. Addictions and distractions. This is a nice one. So it's social media, games, food, alcohol, drugs, all the good stuff. So maybe it's not a problem, you know. If it's not, like, everyone needs to relax at some time, from time to time. Okay. What I have tried to do is you need to choose a good environment to work in. If your distractions are, for example, social media, if it's possible, if your work allows it, maybe you can work in an environment without internet connection. If you have need for internet connection, what I have tried is you can like add a browser extension, like block certain pages or something like that. So try to put as many steps between you and a distraction or addiction. So if you have like this itch that you need to scratch, you really want to look at Twitter or something. If you have like this extension that blocks you, you like try to open it, and you have to like unlock it. So you have an extra step and you have time to change your mind. So that's one suggestion that I can give. Yeah, so try to work on your environment so you're not tempted. So the way I will phrase this question, that reminds me that I'm only streaming, I'm not recording. So if there are issues with the internet, then the video might be shittier than usual. Raise your hands if you were addicted or distracted in the past 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't believe those 2 people. So it's 9. I could add them just like. All right, lack of time. I don't have any smart advice for this, just plan your time. Plan your time. Yeah, prioritize what is important. If making games, if doing art is so important for you, maybe you should put it up. Maybe it's more important than your family. Yeah, prioritize your things and plan your time. Who has experienced this in the past 6 months? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Lack of inspiration. I hear this a lot from people who are starting out, actually, which is kind of weird. For this, I would say the answer is discipline and planning. So if you have to write a story and you have no ideas, at least sit down and try to think. Get your mind in the right place. So even if you like, you're not doing it the writing actively anymore, once you like go away from the desk, your brain is still working on that in the background. So even if you're not like doing it actively, your brain is still working on a problem, and maybe you'll find inspiration that way. Of course, another suggestion that people often give is just go out and touch grass and experience life to get inspiration. But overall, I would agree that inspiration is kind of not that important. You have to have discipline and work on the thing that is important for you, and that way you can achieve your dreams, I suppose. Who has dealt with lack of inspiration in the past 6 months? We have 3 people. This is, I think, the only one where I don't raise my hand. I'm actually interested about Andres, if you mind me asking, do you remember what was the case?
Yes, for sure. While working on the Golden Idol sequel, we often have like these conceptual discussions, what should happen in this scenario, and then we hit a kind of roadblock where, okay, this is not working, let's like take a break and think on our own time, like how do we solve this plot issue? And then I finally take that hour or 2 thinking about it, and I realize I can't figure out anything. Like I have no ideas and kind of like putting up in
So I will repeat for the stream if anybody is watching, and if anybody is watching, let me know if the audio is okay. So I asked Andres about his lack of inspiration. It was basically when writing the plot for Golden Idol, right? And there was like a sort of writer's block. You didn't know where to go from there. This, I wrote it down. It's actually very vague, like lack of direction. I haven't even properly defined this, and it like kind of suits the issue, yeah. Because lack of direction. It's similar, but like, for example, if you're making a game, games can have so many features. What do you do? So I guess it is lack of focus. Sorry? Yeah, it's priorities. Yeah, and the answer is priorities. You said priorities. Yeah, thank you for helping me, because I haven't like really thought this through. So make a task list and order If you can't think of it, ask a third person, ask a potential client or like a friend to help you prioritize, or look at the data if you can find some relevant data. I think I will raise my hand, and if you also have experienced lack of direction in the past 6 months, we have 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. Very good. Who? Okay. Sorry? I wish I had done this talk in other places so I could compare. Maybe like if I went to like Plumbers Association and asked like, do they feel like lack of direction in their life or something like that? So we could compare game developers with other people. So lack of progress. Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. You're working on a big project and you feel like it's not moving forward. Or you're working on a small project and you feel like it's not moving forward. Did I write down something smart? Okay. Cookie cutter responses. Plan what you have to do. I know this is obvious. I'm sorry, okay? I'm not smart. Have some habits for doing those things. So even if you do a little bit every day, you will eventually do some progress. And be realistic with your goals. So sometimes lack of progress is only imaginary, not like realistic. Lack of progress in past 6 months, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lack of finances. Sucks to be you. Adjust your goals. Yeah. Make a smaller project. Has anyone experienced that in past 6 months, huh? 1, 2, 3. What is this? Are we like in the United Arab Emirates or what? No more hands, okay. Bad environment, and I don't mean by pollution, I mean by, for example, if your neighbors are drilling all the time, you can't sleep. I don't know, colleagues are pestering you all the time. Yeah, it also sucks to be you, but yeah, you can feel that towards the end I have given up on giving good advice. Yeah, just look for different places if you can. Like try to don't suck it up. Don't suck it up and try to look for better environments, or try to create a better environment if you can't find it. These are notes for myself, okay? This is not the book that I'm selling. so I can be allowed to write like bullshit. Health is, first we will vote about the bad environment. Who experienced bad environment in the past 6 months? One person? What the fuck? Okay. I will add myself. It wasn't that bad, but like, so thank God for noise cancelling headphones. Health. So yeah, this is another part where it is like a fact of life that we are not immortal and perfect beings. Yeah, just do sports, drink vitamins, be careful, plan your time, don't overwork, all the classical stuff that everyone says. Any health issues in the past 6 months that impeded your work? Everyone is healthy? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's good. I won't ask you what issues, so you can raise your hand. It's fine. You don't have to share like exactly what is wrong. This I sometimes have. Nobody seems to care what you're doing. Why are we even like being creative? Why are we making games? Why are we doing art? Why are we doing music? Usually it's for other people because we like that interaction. And personally, I think in my case, often it is true, not only like imaginary. Other people really don't care. Actually, I think in many cases it's true. Nobody really cares what you do. There's so much stuff like in the world, so many games. Like, why should anybody care? And in my opinion, it's very liberating. I move here. So you try to embrace it, see what you can get away with, see how shitty things you can make, how bad, or maybe how good. See what you can get away. It's like, it's really liberating. I mean, that's just my point of view sometimes, and it's not really advice, but if you can adopt this point of view, maybe it can help you. Like for example, a couple of years ago, I was trying to do like a challenge where you like draw every day, and sometimes you feel like today is not your day. You draw some kind of bullshit, but nobody cares what I draw, so I can draw bullshit. So it's really, really liberating. Try to look at it that way, maybe, or just make better art, and people will care. Maybe, like, spend millions on marketing. Raise your hand if nobody cares about your art past 6 months. One person, only one. Let's you and me. You really all think that people care about your stuff? I like it. It's confidence. It's good. It's very good. People care and it's bad. You made a game and people complained about it. Like, yeah. I actually don't have good advice. I wrote down something silly, like good. It means they care. It's not a problem. I'm not sure how you could solve this. Yeah. I guess don't read comments. Maybe, I don't know. But that's also not ideal. If you have any ideas, you can let me know. For now, let's just vote. So you have made something, people care about it, and they say it sucks. One person. So everyone is mediocre. So it's not that people don't care, it's not that people care. Actually, maybe everything is perfect for you, so okay, that's good. Maybe I could add myself, but then I will be contradicting. Yeah, I can't add myself. Next one is, I sometimes experience this, is like weird mental blocks. I guess writer's block is also included in this. Like you're writing and you like get at like a place where you don't know how to proceed. In my case, I would describe like these weird mental blocks is, I have decided that I will do some game development today. I sit down, I start doing it, and I experience nearly physical pain. Like, I could be doing anything else. I really don't want to do this. I can't do this. Like, it's similar to some other points we talked about. But yeah, this is just copied from Wikipedia. Just go away and come back. That's the suggestion, I suppose. Yeah. Anyone experiencing like different kind of mental blocks in the past 6 months? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Plus me. Stress. I don't have to explain what stress is. Did I write down something smart? Sucks to be. Okay, don't be stressed. That's the drink tea. Exercise helps for me. Exercise. I don't know. Does anyone try meditation? Does it help you? Some says yes, some says no. Okay. For me, I have heard from people with like physical like pains that meditation helps. From my own experience, it has like I did when I was a teen, so maybe that's why it didn't work very well. Maybe now it would work. What else? Exercise, meditation, all the classical like also plan. And just adopt nihilism, I guess. Nothing really matters, and it will be good. So, past 6 months stress, anyone? Oh, nice. Only one, very good on you. Tell me your secrets later. So, 1, 2, 3. You don't have to keep. I remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that plus me is 10. Maybe you want to share your secrets, or is it like really a secret? Or you just don't feel it, you're like immune?
I have other problems to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't have a feeling that I can do anything currently to address them.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel less stressed.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, I try to feel that way when I like realize that I'm really stressed. Sometimes it helps. So this is, for example, overwhelmed with info. I have this, for example, when I'm learning something new, for example, a new game engine, you don't know how to do anything. There's so many tutorials. You can't just like take your documentation and read everything from start to finish. At least I can't. So there's a lot of information out there. What did I write down? This time it will be very smart. So yeah, try out a bite-sized approach and try to learn or get information only that you need. A vague suggestion, maybe it works. If you have any other ideas, let me know. Who has felt that way past 6 months? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough ideas. This is also something that I have heard from people who are starting out. I would be surprised if we have many things like that in here. Maybe if Andres would define like writer's block as a lack of ideas, but yeah, if you would define that way. But basically, what did I write down is think. Yeah, for me at least is I have never struggled with the lack of ideas. They might not be good ideas, they would be really bad, but I have a lot of them. And I think in my case, what helped me is most of the stuff that I do professionally is stuff that I am interested in. So because of that, my brain often fantasizes about it. It thinks about it on my free time. So that's why I rarely am out of ideas. I also had the habit of occasionally writing them down. And as you write down ideas, new ideas come to mind. Also, if you start to, for example, I started doing this board game. For some reason, you also get like ideas for 3 new ones as you're doing. Like, if you actually do stuff, usually it's hard to like, you have too many ideas, in my case. So I don't know how it is for you. So let's find out. If in the past 6 months you have experienced a lack of ideas, raise your hand. Andres, 1. Okay, just 1 person. I assume it was the same thing that you mentioned. Yeah, yeah.
I have a suggestion, but clearly nobody has this problem. But in my experience, kind of doing this pre-brainstorming where you just write as much as possible without trying to think or analyze the idea. Like just spit out, like get 20, write 20 thoughts, 20 ideas that answers the question. Often helps because you start going into crazy directions.
Okay, I will repeat for the recording. Andres gave another suggestion. If you run out of ideas, you just write down a bunch of possibilities without being critical about them. Like just write some random bullshit, and eventually you'll find a direction. Yeah. I remember watching like a really good presentation, but unfortunately I forget what it was about. But there were some good ideas for like brainstorming. Like, if I remember correctly, it's like if you have a group of people, you have like papers, and you each write an idea, then you like switch around and you write more ideas and like that. I don't know. I didn't explain it very well, but it was like a kind of cool idea, and I would like to try it sometime. So we had 1 person with that, and the opposite, too many ideas. I have that very often, and I don't know what to focus on. And new things always seem like shiny and impressive and better than before the old ones. So only thing I can suggest is prioritizing and planning. Yeah, nothing specific. If you have had this issue in the past 6 months, raise your hand. Oh, okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I have forgotten how to count. I guess plus me 7. Family obligations. Yeah, I don't know. You have a sick relative that needs to be taken care of, and you can't do anything. Yeah, sucks to be you. Yep. I won't suggest that you divorce your wife or something like that. So that's on you. You decide what's important in your life. I won't be the devil on your shoulder. Yeah. I have been rather lucky in this regard. I guess I could also add a new problem, which is like friend obligations or like relationships. Basically, it all can fall under that. It's like stuff. Maybe you could call it social obligations. That's social. Social. So I'll add one more. I can't type, but you understand what I mean. Let's vote. Who has experienced social and family obligations that like disturb your work in the past 6 months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 people. Not too shabby, not too bad. But yeah, wait, I included myself. Can you raise your hands again, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I didn't include myself. That's fine. Yeah, because I have been lucky in this instance. Maybe I forgot something. Any ideas? If not, let's see. I think I remember which one was the best. Yeah, I don't even need to sort this for you to see, but we'll do it just to be pedantic. Where was it? Sort. All right. So these are the least relevant problems, and the top dog is procrastination and stress and self-doubt. Not bad. I think these are like common things. Yeah, that was my extremely valuable wisdom. We can continue talking about this. Let me see. But the point is, yeah, that's what I want you to do. Just make great art. Yeah, thank you for joining me. I hope it was interesting. I hope you had a chance to think about what you do in your life and why, and what are the problems and how to solve them. I will give you maybe. Is there somebody who doesn't want a break? Who doesn't want to go like outside and breathe air? Okay, then we won't take a break. Then we will move on to announcements and news. So yeah, we are looking for speakers. If you want to speak about your experience in game development or something similar to game development, you can email us. What's written here? Yeah, also if you have some feedback. Yeah, if you need help. That's it. There is also one event which I am not advertising because I don't remember. Maybe somebody is here from CG Image. They're like graphical computer graphics community in Latvia. They will have an event at the end of September. If you're interested, you can like text me or something. There will be also details on GameDev.lv server. Yes?
Yeah, the event is September 26th at 7 in Trofei.
Okay, so yeah, it's like event about computer art. I guess that's how you call it. Yeah. We have some really cool artists in Latvia, so if you're interested to meet them, you can go there. If anyone has any other news, I guess it's time for. The date is wrong. The date is wrong. Don't look at the date. It's 24 or whatever. Yeah, free mic. You want to say something? Come up here and talk about it. If anyone wants to play my game, I'll be here. 2 to 4 people. Average 2 hours of strategy game. Yeah. Anyone wants to talk? I think you person in a great shirt. Okay, so will you need this? Okay. So maybe you can send me the video, or is it on YouTube, or? You can connect? Yeah, yeah. But we don't have sound. We can have sound. We can. You need sound or no? Do you need sound? No. Okay. So he will show like a video of like 3D scanner that you made, right? Yes. And okay, that will be after a moment. And if anyone else wants to talk about their life, I mean, this is not really a formal event, so you can talk whatever you want. You have like a stand-up routine you want to practice, or you can come up here, maybe share your experiences about being creative or whatever. Okay. Then I think I will end the stream, or do you want to be streamed? Okay, I will end the stream. If you were watching this recording, thank you.